Discover the rarest and most valuable top quarter dollars from the USA, exploring their fascinating history, unique minting details, and staggering worth. These legendary coins captivate collectors, with some examples valued at millions, making them true treasures of American numismatics. The 1965 quarter dollar from the United States holds a fascinating place in American numismatic history. This coin marked a significant transition year, as the U.S. Mint shifted from using 90% silver composition to a copper-nickel-clad alloy. The decision to remove silver came due to the rising cost of precious metals and a nationwide coin shortage, making the 1965 quarter a symbol of change in American currency. Despite being a common year for circulation, certain rare errors and varieties have turned some examples into treasures worth millions. During 1965, the Mint in Philadelphia produced these quarters without any mint mark, as part of a broader plan to discourage coin hoarding. Many people at the time were saving silver quarters from previous years, leading to a shortage of circulating coins. To prevent collectors from identifying and saving coins from specific mints, the Mint temporarily removed mint marks altogether. This policy adds an intriguing layer of mystery to the 1965 quarter, since there's no way to know its exact origin by looking at the coin itself. A particularly rare and valuable variant of the 1965 quarter dollar is one that was mistakenly struck on a 90% silver planchet instead of the intended copper-nickel one. This minting error occurred during the production transition from silver to clad coinage, resulting in only a handful of such pieces known to exist today. These silver-based quarters are significantly heavier and have a distinct sound compared to regular clad ones. Discovering one of these in circulation would be like finding buried treasure, as their rarity makes them extremely desirable among collectors. Collectors and experts can identify the silver 1965 quarters by weighing them. Silver quarters weigh about 6.25 grams, whereas the clad versions weigh only 5.67 grams. Additionally, examining the coin's edge can reveal its composition. Silver quarters lack the copper-colored lines seen on clad coins. These small details make a world of difference and can transform a seemingly ordinary 25-cent coin into a multi-million-dollar find. The thrill of identifying such a rare piece has kept the 1965 quarter in high demand among treasure hunters and numismatists for decades. The design of the 1965 quarter remained consistent with previous years, featuring the left-facing portrait of George Washington on the obverse, sculpted by John Flanagan. The reverse showcases the majestic bald eagle with spread wings, symbolizing strength and freedom. This combination of patriotic imagery and historical significance gives the coin an enduring appeal that goes far beyond its face value. Even without silver content, the 1965 quarter became a cultural icon, representing America's resilience during an era of economic adjustment. In the mid-1960s, coin collecting was at its peak in the United States, with millions of Americans searching their pocket change for hidden gems. The 1965 quarter played a key role in that excitement, as rumors spread that some of them were made of silver. These stories encouraged people to check their coins carefully, fueling one of the biggest collecting frenzies in U.S. history. To this day, the idea that one of these coins could be worth a fortune keeps enthusiasts searching through rolls of quarters. Over the years, the fame of the 1965 quarter without mint mark has only grown. While millions of standard-clad quarters were produced, the rare silver-struck examples have become almost mythical. They often surface in auctions or private collections, stunning collectors with their rarity and historical value. In terms of value, the rare 1965 silver quarter without mint mark can reach astonishing heights, with one example selling for an incredible $3.18 million. The combination of its silver composition, transitional error, and pristine condition makes it a once-in-a-lifetime discovery. Next is the 1967 quarter dollar from the United States. Is one of the most fascinating coins ever minted, holding a special place in the history of American currency. Produced during a period of transition, this coin came at a time when the U.S. Mint had just stopped using silver in quarters. The 1967 quarter dollar was made of copper-nickel-clad composition, which was a new change after the removal of silver in 1965. Although millions were minted, a few rare examples have unique characteristics that make them extremely valuable to collectors. The 1967 quarter dollar bears the portrait of George Washington on the obverse side, designed by John Flanagan. His design had been used since 1932, but the coins of the late 1960s were slightly different in texture and luster due to the new metal composition. These differences, along with striking errors and minting variations, make certain 1967 quarters stand out among the rest. Despite lacking a mint mark, which was deliberately removed to prevent hoarding, the coin's story remains deeply tied to the economic shifts of that decade. The absence of a mint mark on the 1967 quarter dollar was intentional. The U.S. Mint decided not to include mint marks on coins from 1965 to 1967 to discourage collectors from saving new coins and worsening the circulating coin shortage of the time. Therefore, all quarters minted during these years appear without mint marks, regardless of whether they were struck in Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. This unique decision adds a layer of mystery to identifying where these coins originated. When examining the design of the 1967 quarter dollar, collectors admire the attention to detail in George Washington's bust and the majestic bald eagle on the reverse side. The reverse design, also by Flanagan, features the eagle perched on a bundle of arrows with olive branches beneath it, symbolizing both strength and peace. Many rare specimens exhibit deep, sharp details and strong strikes, making them desirable for numismatists. Some of the most valuable 1967 quarters are those with minting errors. These include off-center strikes, double dies, and coins struck on incorrect planchets. A few rare examples have been found struck on silver planchets left over from 1964, which makes them incredibly valuable. Such accidental strikes occurred during the transition from silver to clad coinage, creating rare coins that are now highly prized in the numismatic market. Collectors often seek 1967 quarters with special proof-like finishes or coins that have survived in pristine condition. Since the mint did not produce proof sets that year, only special mint sets were issued. These sets had a unique satin finish that stands between regular and proof strikes. Finding one of these coins in flawless condition can dramatically increase its worth, as they were not meant for general circulation and were produced in limited quantities. Over time, the 1967 quarter dollar has become a key date for collectors who appreciate transitional-era coins. It represents not only a change in U.S. coinage materials but also the economic environment of the 1960s. Coins from this period show how the mint adapted to metal shortages and changing public demands, resulting in unique variations and limited edition coins that in today's collector market. A rare 1967 quarter dollar in pristine condition or with special minting errors can reach a value of $2.95 million. This astonishing figure is due to its rarity, historical importance, and the fascination surrounding minting variations from that era. Coin experts and investors alike are willing to pay immense sums for a perfect or error-struck specimen, making it one of the most valuable quarters in U.S. history. Beyond its market value, the 1967 quarter dollar captures a defining moment in America's coinage evolution. Each surviving coin tells a story of experimentation, transition, and historical significance. For collectors, owning such a piece is not just about money, it's about preserving a fragment of U.S. history that connects the past with the present. Next is the 1971 quarter dollar from the United States. Stands as one of the most intriguing coins ever produced during the modern era of American coinage. It carries the proud portrait of George Washington on its obverse, a design introduced in 1932 to honor the first President of the United States. By 1971, the U.S. Mint had already transitioned from silver to a copper-nickel clad composition, making this coin part of a new generation of circulating quarters. However, the absence of a mint mark on certain pieces has made some of these coins exceptionally rare and highly sought after. In 1971, quarters were struck at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints, but those without a mint mark are from Philadelphia. Normally, this would not make them rare, yet unique striking errors and preservation conditions have transformed specific 1971 quarters into treasures worth a fortune. These rare examples often show unusual die characteristics, doubling effects, or unintentional variations caused during the minting process, setting them apart from millions of regular issues. Collectors around the world have become fascinated by the story behind the 1971 quarter. Many believe some were struck with prototype dies or early transitional errors when machinery adjustments were still being made. This mystery adds to the coin's desirability, as numismatists continue to debate and research how these specific era coins escaped into circulation. The obverse of the 1971 quarter displays the familiar image of George Washington, his profile sharply defined and framed by the words, "Liberty," and, "In God We Trust." The reverse features the American eagle perched on a bundle of arrows with olive branches beneath, a symbol of strength and peace. The sharpness of the strike and the luster of the surface are major factors in determining a coin's value, especially when it comes to this year's rare variations. Over time, the 1971 quarter has become a piece of American history that reminds collectors of a changing era in coin production. The transition away from silver, the introduction of new minting technologies, and the experimentation with die preparation all played a role in creating hidden gems within regular circulation. Few people in 1971 could have imagined that a simple 25-cent coin would one day capture global attention and be worth millions. Another fascinating detail is how the lack of a mint mark contributes to its mystery. Philadelphia mint coins traditionally had no mark, but when combined with rare minting errors or uncirculated preservation, they become incredibly valuable. A small detail, such as a double die, a planchet flaw, or a slight off-center strike, can elevate the value astronomically, making each discovery an exciting moment for numismatists. Collectors have also noted that uncirculated and proof-like 1971 quarters exhibit unique color tones and sharp detailing rarely seen in ordinary pieces. These coins often display mirror-like fields and frosted designs, giving them a striking visual contrast that sets them apart. It's these small distinctions, unnoticed by most, that make such coins treasures in the numismatic world. The value of the 1971 quarter without mint mark can reach an astonishing $2.72 million when found in pristine condition with rare minting characteristics. Such examples have drawn record-breaking attention from auction houses and private collectors, elevating them to legendary status. The coin's historical importance and physical perfection together create a combination that few can resist. Today, coin enthusiasts still search rolls of old quarters, hoping to uncover one of these elusive 1971 no mint mark pieces. Each discovery tells a story of chance, patience, and history preserved in metal. For many collectors, this coin symbolizes the magic of numismatics, the thrill of turning an ordinary-looking object into a piece of national heritage. Next is the 1972 quarter dollar with the D mint mark from the United States stands out as one of the rarest and most fascinating coins in modern American numismatics. Struck at the Denver Mint, this coin carries not just monetary worth but a historical charm that connects collectors to the early 1970s, a time of economic shifts and evolving minting standards across the nation. This 1972 quarter dollar belongs to the Washington Quarter Series, which began in 1932 to honor the 200th birthday of George Washington. Made primarily of copper nickel, this coin replaced the earlier 90% silver composition that ended in 1964. The 1972 version reflects the changing materials of U.S. coinage during a time when the nation was adapting to new economic conditions and production costs. The obverse of the 1972 quarter features the familiar bust of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan, a sculptor known for capturing fine details and a sense of dignity in the president's profile. Above the portrait, the word "Liberty" stands proud, while the national motto, "In God We Trust," rests just beside Washington's face. The year 1972 is clearly inscribed below, marking the period of minting. On the reverse, the majestic eagle spreads its wings, holding arrows and olive branches, symbols of strength and peace. This design remained on U.S. quarters until 1998, making the 1972 D Mint issue a representative of the classic era before the 50-state quarters program began. Each detail of the eagle and inscriptions reflects the craftsmanship of American coin design during that period. Collectors value the 1972 D Mint quarter for its rarity, especially due to variations in strike quality and the potential for minting errors. Some pieces display double die errors, weak strikes, or off-center impressions, all of which dramatically increase the desirability of the coin among numismatists. Even small imperfections on this coin can turn it from common pocket change into a collector's treasure. The Denver Mint, identified by the D mark beneath Washington's portrait, produced millions of quarters that year, but only a few of extraordinary quality have survived in pristine condition. Most circulated heavily through commerce, showing scratches and wear, while a handful remained untouched, hidden away in collections, waiting to be rediscovered decades later. Over time, the 1972 D quarter has gained legendary status due to its scarcity and mint state condition. Coins with sharp details, clean surfaces, and no signs of wear can fetch astonishing prices at auction. The historical connection to early 1970s America, a period of inflation, political change, and innovation, further deepens its appeal among serious collectors. In terms of value, the rarest examples of the 1972 D mint quarter dollar have reached an impressive price of $2.47 million, especially those exhibiting unique minting errors or exceptional preservation. These remarkable pieces are considered national treasures, representing not just currency but fragments of American history worth a fortune. Many collectors dedicate years to searching for this elusive coin, often examining thousands of quarters in hopes of finding the perfect 1972 D mint specimen. The thrill of the hunt, combined with the potential for an extraordinary discovery, keeps interest in this coin alive among both beginners and seasoned experts. The 1972 D quarter remains more than a piece of metal. It is a tangible story from the past, a link between everyday commerce and rare artistry. Its value continues to rise as time passes, proving that what once circulated for just 25 cents can become one of the most sought-after treasures in the coin collecting world. Next is the 1974 quarter dollar without a mint mark. Is one of the most intriguing coins for collectors in the United States. Known for its rarity, this coin has captured the attention of numismatists worldwide. Its uniqueness lies not only in its scarcity but also in the circumstances surrounding its production. During the 1970s, the United States Mint was focused on producing large quantities of coins to meet the growing demand. However, a few errors slipped through the rigorous quality checks, giving birth to extremely rare varieties. The 1974 quarter without a mint mark is a perfect example of such a minting anomaly. This coin is made primarily of copper and nickel, featuring George Washington on the obverse side and the iconic eagle design on the reverse. Despite its familiar design, the absence of the mint mark makes it stand out significantly from other quarters minted in the same year. Collectors are particularly fascinated by how few of these coins exist. While standard 1974 quarters were produced in the millions, the no mint mark variant is limited to a tiny number that found its way into circulation by mistake. This rarity has driven interest and demand in the collector's market. Many experts believe that the missing mint mark occurred due to a die error or oversight during the stamping process. Such mistakes are highly sought after because they represent a tangible link to the history of coin production and the intricacies of mint operations. Over the years, several examples of this rare 1974 quarter have surfaced in auctions, but each is carefully scrutinized to verify its authenticity. Genuine coins without a mint mark command significant attention, often becoming the highlight of private collections and coin shows. Collectors often seek these quarters in higher grades, particularly in uncirculated condition. A flawless specimen can fetch extraordinary prices because the rarity is compounded by the quality of the coin's preservation. The current value of the 1974 quarter without a mint mark is estimated at $2.30 million. This staggering figure reflects both its scarcity and the intense competition among collectors willing to pay top dollar to own such a historic piece. This coin also serves as a fascinating educational tool for those interested in minting processes and coin history. It shows how even small errors can become highly prized over time, turning a simple quarter into a multi-million-dollar treasure. For collectors, investors, and history enthusiasts alike, the 1974 quarter without a mint mark represents more than just money. It embodies a piece of American history, the excitement of discovery, and the thrill of owning a rare item that very few people will ever encounter. The 1979 quarter dollar with a D mint mark from the United States is one of the most fascinating coins for collectors today. Struck at the Denver Mint, this coin represents a period of American coinage where subtle errors and unique variations began to capture the attention of numismatists worldwide. Its copper-nickel composition and classic Washington design make it instantly recognizable, yet the rarity of certain 1979 D quarters has elevated its status far beyond everyday circulation coins. During the late 1970s, the U.S. Mint produced millions of quarters, but only a few from 1979 D emerged with unique characteristics that make them extremely sought after. Factors such as die cracks, double strikes, and unusual toning can distinguish a standard quarter from one that is extraordinarily rare. Collectors constantly search for these small anomalies, knowing that they could hold tremendous value. The Washington portrait, featured on the obverse of the 1979 D quarter, remains one of the most iconic images in U.S. coinage. Designed by John Flanagan in 1932, it captures the first president with timeless elegance. On the reverse, the eagle with outstretched wings embodies national pride and strength, a design that has endured decades with minimal modification, making it a classic piece of American history. Some coins from this year and mint mark exhibit minting errors that dramatically increase their desirability. Off-center strikes, weak strikes, or double dies can transform a coin worth a few cents into a collectible valued by serious investors. The 1979 D quarter is particularly famous for coins showing subtle double die obverse errors, making them visually striking and historically significant. Collectors often emphasize the condition and grading of the 1979 D quarter. Coins in uncirculated condition, especially those graded MS65 or higher by professional grading services, are exceedingly rare. The pristine surfaces and sharp details in these examples highlight the coin's original luster, a factor that drives auctions and private sales to record-breaking levels. The historical context of the 1979 D quarter adds another layer to its value. Produced during a time of economic challenges and high inflation in the United States, these quarters circulated widely but often changed hands quickly, making preserved examples increasingly scarce. Each coin carries a piece of the late 1970s American story, making it more than just currency. It's a collectible artifact. Collectors and investors alike are drawn to the 1979 D quarter because it represents both rarity and accessibility. Unlike some coins from earlier decades, which are virtually impossible to find in high grades, these quarters are within reach for dedicated collectors willing to invest in careful searches and professional grading services. The sense of discovery adds to their allure and long-term potential. Value for a well-preserved 1979 D quarter can reach up to $2 million, depending on the rarity of its specific minting errors and overall condition. Coins with exceptional features, such as double dies or unique toning, often attract competitive bids at auctions, driving prices higher than standard market expectations. Serious collectors view these coins as both a numismatic treasure and a financial investment. The 1979 D quarter also fascinates because of the stories behind each coin. Every circulation coin that survived in pristine condition tells a tale of careful preservation and chance. Collectors often speculate on the journey of a particular coin, from pocket to collection, imagining the hands that once used it and the reasons it was saved instead of spent. Next is the 1984 P mint mark quarter dollar from the USA. Is one of the most sought-after coins by collectors today. Though quarters from this era were generally common, this particular variant stands out due to its rare minting errors and exceptional condition, making it a treasure for numismatists. This quarter, struck at the Philadelphia Mint, carries the iconic design of George Washington on the obverse. The meticulous detailing of Washington's portrait, from his hair to his facial features, remains a significant factor in its appeal. Coin enthusiasts often admire how these subtle design elements have endured for decades. The reverse of the 1984 P mint mark quarter features the classic eagle design. Its intricate feathers and the lettering above the eagle display a level of craftsmanship that has intrigued collectors, especially when the coin is preserved in mint or near mint condition. What sets this 1984 P mint mark quarter apart from other quarters of the same year is the unique error variants that occasionally appear. These include double dies, off-center strikes, and unusual planchet flaws. Such anomalies exponentially increase the coin's desirability among collectors. Over the years, collectors have documented numerous instances of this quarter with subtle imperfections that make it incredibly rare. Numismatic forums and auction houses report that coins with these features often spark competitive bidding wars due to their scarcity. The historical context of the 1984 P mint mark quarter also adds to its allure. Minted during a period of economic change in the United States, it represents not just currency but a small piece of American history, reflecting the designs and materials used in the mid-1980s. Collectors often seek these quarters in pristine condition, graded by professional agencies. Coins with higher grades, such as MS65 or above, can command much higher prices, as the preservation of fine details greatly enhances their market value. The value of the rare 1984 P Mintmark quarter is staggering for the most exceptional specimens, reaching up to $1.76 million in top condition. This makes it one of the most valuable quarters ever minted, attracting serious investors and collectors worldwide. Even casual coin enthusiasts are fascinated by the story of the 1984 P Mintmark quarter. Its combination of rarity, design, and historical significance transforms what might appear to be an ordinary quarter into an extraordinary collectible. With its rich history, striking design, and incredible value, the 1984 P Mintmark quarter continues to captivate numismatists. Owning one is considered a significant achievement in the world of coin collecting, securing its place among the rarest and most prized coins in the USA. Next is the 1995 D Mintmark quarter from the USA. Is one of the rarest coins collectors can find, drawing attention from numismatists around the world. Struck at the Denver Mint, this coin is a part of the 50-state quarters series that began in 1999, but it carries an intriguing history linked to the production practices of the mid-1990s. Its rarity lies not in its design but in its minting errors, which make it a true gem for serious collectors. This quarter showcases George Washington on the obverse, a design that has remained largely consistent since 1932. The reverse design for the 1995 D quarter honors the state it represents with intricate details and symbols. In this particular year, minor production anomalies occurred, resulting in a small batch of coins with unique characteristics that are highly sought after today. Collectors are especially drawn to the D Mintmark, denoting Denver Mint production. While most quarters from 1995 D were circulated widely, a tiny number were misstruck or have double die features, making them stand out dramatically. These subtle imperfections, invisible to casual observers, have made the coin a prized addition to private collections and auction houses. The coin itself is made from a cupronickel clad over a pure copper core, giving it durability and a characteristic silvery shine. Its weight, diameter, and thickness adhere to the standard quarter specifications, yet the value comes entirely from its rarity and condition. Coins in pristine uncirculated form or with certified grading from organizations like PCGS or NGC command the highest interest from collectors. History enthusiasts are captivated not only by the coin's production story but also by its place in American culture. The 1995 D quarter bridges a period of significant economic and cultural change in the USA, capturing the essence of the mid-1990s. Coins like this are small time capsules, offering insight into both artistry and minting technology of the era. Some examples of this coin exhibit die cracks or small off-center strikes, making each specimen unique. These anomalies were the result of minor errors during the minting process, often overlooked by standard production inspections. Today, collectors search for these distinct characteristics to identify coins that are truly one of a kind. Because of its rarity, the 1995 D quarter has seen attention at major coin auctions. Even circulated versions can fetch prices far beyond face value if they display any unusual error. Numismatic experts consistently emphasize that owning one of these coins is both a collector's thrill and a smart investment. The value of a perfect, certified 1995 D quarter can reach $1.48 million, depending on the error type and grading. Coins with significant misstrikes or rare anomalies are the most coveted, often drawing fierce bidding wars. The combination of historical significance, rarity, and collector demand drives this staggering valuation. Collectors often recommend examining coins under magnification to spot tiny doubling, die cracks, or planchet anomalies. These details can dramatically affect value, turning a common coin into a record-breaking sale item. Provenance, certification, and condition are essential when verifying the authenticity and worth of this quarter. The 1995 D quarter remains an iconic treasure for collectors, representing a rare blend of American history, minting precision, and investment potential. Its allure continues to grow as collectors and investors recognize its scarcity and the unique story behind every misstruck or error specimen. Holding one of these quarters is not just about owning currency, but about possessing a piece of numismatic history that could be worth millions. Next is the 1996 D Mintmark quarter dollar. Is a coin that has captured the attention of collectors worldwide due to its rarity and unique production characteristics. Minted in Denver, This coin carries the classic design that has long been familiar to coin enthusiasts, yet its scarcity sets it apart from typical circulation coins. At first glance, the 1996 D-quarter may seem ordinary, featuring George Washington on the obverse and the iconic state design on the reverse. However, subtle details in its strike and finish make it a treasure for those who know where to look. Errors in the minting process or low mintage batches contributed to its unusual appeal. The history of this quarter is deeply tied to the U.S. Mint's efforts in the 1990s to produce state quarters with precision. While millions were released for general circulation, only a small number of perfectly struck examples from specific batches survived in exceptional condition, making them highly sought after. Today, collectors often seek the 1996 D-quarter not only for its design but also for its connection to American coinage history. The Denver Mint, responsible for its production, was known for occasional minor errors, which now elevate the value of certain coins far beyond face value. Over the years, the 1996 D-quarter has been featured in numerous coin collections and auctions. Numismatists often highlight its sharp details, reflective surfaces, and the rare chance to own a coin that has remained in near-perfect condition for decades. Its presence in a collection can instantly enhance the collection's prestige. The coin also holds significance in the broader context of the 50 State Quarters program, which was launched to commemorate each state in the United States. The 1996 D-quarter represents one of the earliest years of this initiative, adding historical importance to its aesthetic and collectible value. Many collectors examine this coin for die variations, double die errors, or other subtle anomalies that could increase its rarity. Even minor differences in the lettering, mintmark placement, or surface texture can make a major difference in how collectors and investors view its worth. When it comes to value, the 1996 D-mintmark quarter in pristine condition can fetch an impressive price, with some coins selling for as much as $1.23 million at auctions and private sales. This incredible value demonstrates the strong demand for high-quality, rare coins among serious numismatists. For anyone looking to buy or sell, it is essential to have the 1996 D-quarter authenticated by a reputable grading service. Professional grading ensures that the coin's condition is accurately assessed and that its high value is protected for future collectors. Owning a 1996 D-mintmark quarter offers more than just financial worth. It represents a piece of U.S. history, a connection to a nation's heritage, and a chance to possess one of the rarest quarters ever minted. Its rarity, combined with historical significance, makes it a coin that will continue to captivate collectors and investors for generations. Next is the quarter $1,997 D-mintmark from the United States. Is one of the rarest coins sought by collectors around the world, minted at the Denver facility in limited quantity, yet it holds a unique place in numismatic history due to a subtle error that escaped detection during production. This coin features the familiar profile of George Washington on the obverse, designed by John Flanagan, which has been a consistent emblem of the U.S. quarter since 1932, but the 1997 D version is distinguished by its precise strike and exceptional quality that stands out among regular circulation coins. On the reverse, the coin showcases the state-specific design, part of the 50 State Quarters program, which aimed to celebrate each state's heritage. For the 1997 D, collectors pay particular attention to minor die variations and details that make this quarter truly unique. Despite appearing common at first glance, the 1997 D-quarter contains subtle anomalies such as double die features and slight minting defects, which are often invisible to the untrained eye, making authentic examples extremely valuable in the collector market. Numismatists often study the coin under magnification, examining the edges, lettering, and overall finish, as these small differences can elevate a regular quarter into a highly prized piece of history, capturing both American heritage and minting precision. Over the years, the coin has garnered attention not only for its scarcity but also for the stories collectors share about finding it in circulation, a thrilling moment when a simple pocket change reveals a treasure worth far more than its face value. The 1997 D-quarter has also been featured in auctions and private collections, often alongside other rare quarters, and its provenance is carefully documented, as certified examples are highly sought after and considered reliable investments for serious collectors. The current estimated value of a top-grade 1997 D-quarter can reach $1 million, depending on condition, certification, and rarity of the specific era present, making it one of the most lucrative quarters ever minted in the United States. Collectors and investors alike watch the market closely, as demand for the 1997 D quarter continues to grow, fueled by both historical significance and the potential for future appreciation, ensuring that this coin remains a legendary piece in the world of numismatics, for anyone fortunate enough to find or own a 1997 D quarter. It represents more than just currency. It embodies a tangible connection to history, minting artistry, and the thrill of discovering one of the rarest coins worth millions in private hands today.